Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sara Banta. I'm a busy wife, mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the multi-award-winning Accelerated Health Products, a brand offering innovative natural scalar enhanced supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast is not just a source of information, it's a community. We're all here to learn and grow on our health journeys, regardless of where you are today. And this podcast is the springboard, and the free group coaching on Telegram is where we continue learning together. You can ask questions. I post tips and tools to deepen your health and keep you motivated in moving forward. So here's what you can expect. New episodes every Monday and Wednesday with in-depth health discussions and expert guests. The hot topics in the news every Friday to keep things fun. And then, of course, followed with the health coaching on Telegram. All of the details can be found on my website, sarabantahealth.com. Have you thought about detoxing, but you're a little worried about maybe you're going to be hangry, maybe you're going to be tired, maybe you're going to have those detox flu symptoms? Well, I've created over 10 unique, easy detox programs to help you reset your body while feeling great, and there are no detox symptoms. Take the detox quiz at sarabantahealth.com to find which one's right for you. Whether it's just starting to poop with the colon cleanse, to the parasite cleanse, the candida cleanse, the liver flush cleanse. You gotta love your liver. We will talk about that today. And then the big one, the accelerated diet cleanse, which takes a full reset for your hormones, weight loss, brain, gut, everything. And maybe you're not ready for a detox, but you just want to start with a few supplements and don't know where to start. Just complete my health goals form for your free supplement protocol on the website. I will personally put together a protocol just for you. Just by taking a few steps forward with your health, you will change your life. And the difference is I'm here to help you every step of the way. Well, today we're talking about something that I think is affecting everybody. I think most people are suffering from low thyroid, whether you're diagnosed or not. Most doctors don't do a full thyroid panel, so you don't know the truth. Make sure you do the full thyroid panel and get your reverse T3 and free T3 on that blood test to know where you are. But I think everyone is also living with increased stress. So what we're talking about today is how stress affects your thyroid. Imagine that. Well, we often underestimate how much stress our bodies can take and how it can mess with our bodies. And sometimes we don't even know how stressed we are because we live at this high level of stress, me being one of them, and don't even know what's going on. It can wreak havoc on your thyroid and your metabolism, and you can have symptoms like unexplained weight gain, hair falling out, thinning eyebrows, just feeling off. So we're going to talk about how that stress can disrupt your thyroid, your gut, your brain, cause disease, all of that stuff. And believe me, I am talking to myself as well as we go through this. So when you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the main stress hormone. While that cortisol is great in the right amounts, it gets you out of bed. It makes you get ready for the day, but then you want it to go down. And maybe you need it to run away from that tiger, but then you rest after you get away from the tiger. The problem is we're all just still running. We're still running from that tiger, and the tiger keeps following us and it never stops. And that's the problem. So chronic stress sends cortisol levels through the roof, and then maybe your adrenals get kaput because you run out of cortisol. So those high levels of cortisol interfere with the thyroid's ability to function properly. Your thyroid is responsible for producing T4 and T3, which stands for tyrosine and 4 and 3 molecules of iodine, which regulate your metabolism and energy levels. But when cortisol is high for too long, it disrupts this delicate balance. High cortisol levels slow down the conversion of that inactive T4 into the active T3. That's why you want to get that free T3 on the blood test to see where your metabolism actually is. So even if your thyroid is producing enough T4, it might not be converting into T3 efficiently, leaving you with low energy, weight gain, and that sluggish feeling. So what's worse is that high cortisol makes your cells less sensitive to thyroid hormones. It's kind of like insulin resistance makes your cells less responsive to insulin. Same kind of thing. So you might be having a normal level, right? Your body might not be using those hormones effectively, meaning your metabolism takes a hit. It's like having that full tank of gas, but clogged fuel line, so it's not getting to your engine, right? And it's also like when you eat a ton of food, but it's not converting into energy, and you're like, well, maybe I just need to keep eating more food, and you gain weight, but you still are sluggish. What's going on there? You want that conversion. So chronic stress impacts your gut health. It's all about the gut. That's where your immune system is. That's where you're absorbing nutrients to turn into energy. And this has a domino effect on your thyroid. So an imbalanced gut can increase inflammation and cause leaky gut, leading to an immune response that can trigger or worsen thyroid issues, especially like autoimmune ones like Hashimoto's. And let's not forget the stress eating cycle, which was part of what I just said, because if you've got leaky gut and you're stressed out and you're not getting the energy you need, but you're also stressed and you want comfort, you're going to eat more and you're going to reach for the high sugar foods, the processed foods. You're not reaching for that organic grass-fed bison, unfortunately. So when stress is high, we're most likely to reach for those, and that's not going to help our metabolism. It's actually going to steal energy from our cells. Those processed foods steal energy from us. They don't give you anything that you need. They slow down your metabolism. They increase the propensity for your cells to want to store more fat, even calorie for calorie. So it does matter what you're eating and less about the calories, right? Yes, calories matter, but the foods can actually cause your cells to either store more fat or burn more fat, depending on what signal they're telling you. And when you're stressed, your body's saying, I'm being chased by that tiger. I don't know if I'm going to face a famine. I need to store more fat. So it's going to actually tell your body, store more fat. Store more fat. Don't burn it. Slow down the metabolism. And these extra sugary foods are also going to lead to blood sugar spikes, insulin resistance, and even more stress on the body, which keeps this vicious cycle going. And insulin resistance, because the cells are resistant to that glucose coming in, it's actually going to cause more fat storage. Insulin is a fat storing hormone. So what's the solution? Easier said than done. I actually had one of my best friends say to me, okay, so my reverse T3 is high and I'm stressed out, but my thyroid seems to be functioning okay. What do I do about it? I said, lower your stress. And she said, well, how do I do that? And I said, you tell me and then you find out and then you let me know how to do it. But there are ways to do it, and you can get into the lifestyle hacks. We'll get into that in a minute. But managing your stress is crucial for your thyroid and metabolism, whether it's through regular exercise, journaling, mindfulness, deep breathing, just taking time to unwind. I can tell you that I take at least a 10-minute walk with my dog if I don't have much time at night, not night, but before dinner, just to bring down my cortisol. And it is magic. That is like my mind is saying, okay, time to relax. I love taking baths. That's another thing that my brain says, oh, the work day's done. I'm ready to relax now. So these practices can help keep your cortisol levels in check. Of course, sleep is huge, and sleep helps balance the hormones, including cortisol and thyroid hormones. I can tell you that when I don't sleep well, I can feel my thyroid off. I can feel my metabolism slow. It's that impactful, even just from one night of not sleeping. So also give yourself some grace, because when you feel the guilt or the shame for having so much stress, that's only going to backfire too. So we're going to dive deeper into this thyroid connection to stress. So the primary thyroid hormone is T4. thyroxine. It's inactive. It doesn't do you any good until it converts to that free T3 to become usable by the body. But here's the catch. Chronic stress can sabotage this conversion. And when you're under that significant stress, or when your liver is overwhelmed, your body's going to convert that T4 into reverse T3. And you think, oh, well, it still has T3 in the name, so it must be good. No, reverse T3 says halt, brakes, metabolism shut down. I might be facing a famine. I don't know if I just fought with my child or if I'm not going to eat for 6 months. I need to slow down the metabolism. I'm under stress. And it's also going to make your cells more insulin resistant. It's going to create all of these functions in your body to focus on survival. It's going to pack on the pounds around your belly. Why? Because you've got these amazing, expensive organs like your liver, your kidneys, and your gut. It needs to protect. So it needs that extra layer to protect it. So this is your body's way of shifting and conserving its energy, and it comes at a cost. Your energy levels plummet, your mood takes a nosedive, you're depressed, anxious, just totally stressed out, which is only going to drive up your stress level and cortisol, and it creates this vicious cycle. And lower T3 leads to fatigue, lower mood, and then that's also going to impact your stress level even more. So it's this vicious cycle. Okay, so then you've got the hypothalamus, pituitary, and thyroid. So the thyroid doesn't operate by itself. The thyroid is the master endocrine gland, but there's a bigger picture involved. HPT, hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid axis, and the HPA, hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis. Your adrenals are that battery pack where the cortisol comes from, but they play together and they're talking. So when stress levels rise, cortisol or adrenaline floods the system. The HPT axis reacts by converting more T4 into reverse T3. It's this built-in survival mechanism, but it slows down your metabolism, drags your energy levels down, and guess what else? It's also related to the HPG axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, gonadal axis. That's your hormones. That's your sex hormones. So guess what else suffers? Your hormones. Testosterone plummets, progesterone plummets. We are in a world where men and women have low testosterone, low progesterone, and estrogen dominance. If you're a man and you're getting man boobs, you can't develop those muscles. You're a woman, you're putting on the pounds, you're getting thinner hair, you have skin issues, sagging skin, all of these things, even fertility issues if you're younger, or even as young as my daughters in their teens and their 20s, if you just have really bad menstrual cycles or even worsened menopausal symptoms. Did you know menopausal symptoms, they're not supposed to be there, but it's these environmental factors, our diets and modern lifestyle that has created menopause to become something that we're all focused on because we're all suffering from these side effects. So this conversion, you've got that HPT, HPA, and HPG axis that are all playing together. And the hypothalamus pituitary are that control center telling your body what to do. And they're all related. They're all impacted by the stress. So stress also causes inflammation. Inflammation is the cause of chronic disease, and it throws your entire system off. Chronic stress leads to inflammation and oxidative stress, both which affect your brain and gut. If your brain is inflamed, you're going to have brain fog. If your gut's inflamed, you're not absorbing those nutrients from all of the foods that you think you're eating that are good for you. And your gut, your liver, and your kidneys are where T4 is primarily converted into T3, especially that liver. You gotta love your liver. And if your gut health is compromised or your liver is backed up from the microplastics, the toxins, the heavy metals, the processed foods, the artificial sweeteners, the GMOs, glyphosate, all of these things, the radiation from our cell phone, then your body is not converting that T4 to T3. Your body's also not breaking down the fat and the protein that happens in your liver. And if you're not breaking those down, guess what's happening to them? They're being stored as fat because your body doesn't know what to do with them. So if your gut health is compromised, your liver's backed up, your thyroid is not going to function properly. And then you've got the gut, which produces vital neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, GABA. This can disrupt the trigger mood issues, compounding the already sluggish conversion of T4 to T3. I actually had a conversation with someone today about the fact that she's like, okay, I have a stressful life. What do I do about it? And I said, GABA. You take a little bit of GABA every day. It's a game changer. So that's one of the tips. Okay, we're going to dive into the liver again a little bit more. So your liver helps with the detoxification. It is the most amazing regenerative organ. So the damage you've done, the good news is it can come back. And I've gone through my own liver issues this last year. That spike protein has put our livers under attack, all of us, regardless of who you are. So our livers are having to work so much harder than they've ever had to work before. And that's on top of the radiation and the toxins and the heavy metals and everything that I've just mentioned. So with that, your liver is like screaming at you, help me. And it's also related to your thyroid. So if your liver's backed up due to stress or the other factors, or even those healthy foods that you think you're eating, like the kale, the cabbage, broccoli, the almonds, these foods that have oxalates or sulfur that once may have been okay for you, they are clogging those detoxification pathways, making it even worse. And here you are thinking you're doing a good thing by eating your broccoli and your chicken, right? So it will interfere with the T4 to T3 conversion, impacting your mood regulation. And then this is the other thing. Your liver holds the emotions of anger and frustration. And I just had someone say, in my group say, Sarah, is it normal to get angry as I'm doing the liver flush? And I said, yes, because you're stirring up some old emotions. But the great thing is the last day of the flush, when you get everything out, you have this calmness because you're letting go of not just toxins, but of that frustration that you've been holding on for so many years. So this is really important to know. So that's why that if your liver's backed up, you even feel worse than normal because of those extra angry and frustrating feelings that you have on top of the stress. Then let's look at the adrenals. So they sit right on top of your kidneys. So when your adrenals are constantly pumping out stress hormones, your kidneys get dragged into the situation. I always said that during my stressful situations, I'd retain water because my kidneys are so inflamed, holding up my adrenals. And then this impacts their role as far as converting T4 into T3 as well, and adds that extra layer of stress. And your kidneys store the fear emotion. Who's not under fear with the global everything that we're going through? So chronic stress can make you feel these anxious fear feelings even more than you normally would. Then you've got the Thyro-Stress, stress related to thyroid. This is a real thing. So all of these factors feed into that situation, Thyro-Stress, where you're just stressed about your thyroid health. And there's no way out because your doctor says your thyroid numbers are normal, or let's put you on medication that's actually making you worse by giving you only T4 that is converting into reverse T3 instead of free T3 and making you worse. And this is a feeling of apprehension, discomfort, low mood due to this thyroid function and not knowing a way out. This is a real thing. So your thyroid also, as I mentioned, impacts your sex hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And I've seen this even in my own family. Testosterone in the tank, progesterone in the tank, and why? You've got high stress, high cortisol, and low thyroid. And this is all connected. Your body is not just one single number. You can't just throw a medication at it. And then this is also going to just lead to that depression. But on top of the Thyro-Stress causing this sense of depression, you actually are not getting circulation and things to your brain to make you feel good, right? So unfortunately, most people diagnosed with depression are put on medications like SSRIs, but the reality is if their thyroid was tested full panel, they would know that it was thyroid. And once they fix their thyroid hormones, they will be able to get off their antidepressants. So if you take nothing away from this video other than this, if you are on some depressive antidepressants, make sure you go get a full thyroid panel and address your thyroid first. And then you might be able to get off of your medication with the guidance of your doctor, of course. So this is not something to take lightly, because the other thing is those medications are causing leaky gut. They're backing up your liver. Your liver can't take on medications on top of all of the other stuff. It is seen as a poison and your body has to process it. So what do we do? Now, this is the great news, is that there are ways to manage your stress, to help your thyroid, and to take supplements that do both at the same time. Number one, acceleridine iodine. Iodine deficiency is affecting 96% of the United States, if not more, and iodine deficiency is the number one cause of mitochondrial failure. We are only as happy and as healthy as our mitochondria. Why? Because those are the powerhouses of our cells, and that's in your brain too. So acceleridine iodine is that game changer for thyroid health. Most people getting on it say, oh my gosh, I'm happy. Why am I so happy? I have energy. The brain fog's going away. I feel good in the gym. I have more energy. It's helping with fat oxidation. It's detoxifying your cells. You've got this cell, right? You need that iodine to increase that ATP inside the cell in the mitochondria to its max amount. You need iodine for that cell membrane, which is made up of iodolipids, so iodine and fat value. That's why I talk about the iodine and the PC combination for that cellular membrane health. And then you need the iodine to cleanse the blood so the liver can do its job, to regulate the hormones, help with the progesterone and estrogen balance in your body. And by just taking that acceleridine first thing in the morning, it signals your body, okay, time to wake up, kickstart the day. That's important to get your body in that natural rising cortisol, right? And then you will take it twice more during the day. But it's needed for boosting energy and clarity, helping with that depression and mood, reducing perceived stress. Your stressors aren't going to change, but how you perceive them will. It will also enhance your mood, keeping that mental state balanced. And with that, you can use the accelerated thyroid. These two supplements together are so impactful for your thyroid, for your hormones, for your ability to manage that stress. Accelerated thyroid is natural. It combines the ancient herbs from Ayurvedic with glandular therapy, keeps the thyroid functioning optimally, and it also has peptides and other nutrients needed for thyroid health. We also enhance it with scalar frequencies to help restore the thyroid to where it's needed to be. It helps maintain stable hormone levels. Remember, your thyroid controls your gonads, your sex hormones. It helps with detoxification. So between the acceleridine iodine and the accelerated thyroid, your body is detoxing your thyroid, detoxing all of your cells, and giving each cell the thyroid hormones they all need. So you have thyroid hormone receptor sites throughout your whole body, on every cell, not just your thyroid. And then it's also going to increase your energy, which then is going to help with you wanting to work out and wanting to do things in life to burn more energy. And it's this great combination where that will also help lower your stress, and you're going to be able to take on more. Now, you can use the thyroid fixer as well, which is a T2 supplement. It helps with fat burning and to help with those weight goals. But acceleridine, iodine, accelerated thyroid are priority. And then the thyroid fixer is that cherry on top if your goal is more fat burning. Now, when we're talking about stress, accelerated Cogniblast is a game changer. This was meant for not just mood and focus and like, I need to do something right now. I've got my nephews trying it. It replaces and competes in a very powerful way against the Ritalins and the Adderalls of the world. But it also helps with, people getting off their antidepressants or their anti-anxiety medication, and helps prevent Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's. So it's short-term and long-term. The ingredients are designed to keep your mind sharp, mood balance, your energy up. It helps manage your stress, keep that cortisol down because your perceived stress is much less. And I can see so many people getting off of their medication with the guidance of their doctor for these reasons, for the power of this accelerated cognoblast. I love the fact that people feel it right away too. It's not like you have to wait, 3-4 weeks to see if it's going to work for you, which with some of the medications, that's what you have to do. So accelerated cognoblast, like I said, helps with that mood, the depression, the anxiety. It even helps control those food cravings because you have more control over your brain. Really important. You can also add in the methylene blue. Methylene blue is getting a lot of attention for its mood boosting and focus properties. Also helps with, being an antiviral, antibacterial, all of those things. Because when your body and your immune system are bombarded with these foreign pathogens, it's having to work over here. Your immune system's taking care of stuff over here. And so it might slow down the thyroid. And then that's going to trigger this vicious cycle of stress, right? So accelerated cognoblast, accelerated methylene blue are two to really go after the stress in your brain. Adrenaline. So if you know that you have adrenal fatigue or your adrenals, your battery pack, there's just nothing there, right? So adrenaline is your go-to for managing that adrenal support, keeping, supporting your cortisol levels. And if you are just, your cortisol's in the tank because you've been stressed for so long, this is where adrenaline comes in. So it will help with, people are seeing a big effect on their adrenals also because of the spike protein. So adrenaline helps with that inflammation, the chronic stressors from the spike protein, modern day stressors, and it boosts the energy by converting the blood sugar more effectively as well. It helps with circulation, delivering oxygen more effectively to the tissues, and that can help you feel more alert as well. I love adrenaline. I don't use it all the time. I kind of pulse it, and because I want to make sure that my body is, waking up to its ability to manage that stress and cortisol as well. Accelerated gold. So gold has been known for thousands of years as something to help with IQ and manage anxiety and stress. So of course, the accelerated gold takes it to a whole nother level, but this is something that kids love to use for anxiety, depression, even enhance that mental clarity and IQ. And then we enhance it with scalar technology, embedding those bioinformational scalar codes to add the extra support to increase the efficacy of it. There's no other gold like it. It goes through the water implosion technologies, just like the other liquid supplements by Accelerated Health Products, that gives the liquid more life force. So it's really an amazing supplement. It also has been shown to help with memory, boost your spiritual health. Gold has been known for thousands of years. So just Google colloidal gold and the benefits of it, and you'll see. Magnesium. So magnesium is known to help with sleep, reduce stress. It's great to take at night. I love the BioOptimizers Magnesium Breakthrough. It has all 7 types of magnesium, which is really important because there are different types of magnesium that do different things in your body. You can't just take one type. Helps relieve stress, anxiety. It also helps with your workouts. Your muscles need it. Magnesium is needed for over 600 different processes in the body. So it's very important. It also helps with energy production. Accelerated fast. So this is where you want to manage your stress through your diet, right? So fasting is a tool that can help lower your insulin resistance, and stress can lead to us craving for those sugars, processed foods, Accelerated fast helps by taking those cravings away. Take it in the morning. You wait a couple hours until you eat. We're not doing extreme fasting because that's not necessarily good, but the ingredients in the supplement are designed to cleanse the liver daily, to feed your brain those great ketones for brain clarity, reducing the inflammation, lowering perceived stress, giving that gut time to repair as you're fasting, and you're actually tapping into your own fat stores for energy. So with fasting, without the accelerated fast, you actually could be stressing your body on top of your stress, which is only going to make things worse. Accelerated fast takes away that stress because it's your body's getting the signal, oh, I've got plenty of fat on my body to burn. I don't need to eat food right now. So that is really helpful as well. The accelerated liver care. I can't say enough about this. The stories I'm going to have about it are pretty eye-opening with what I've gone through. But all I can tell you is it's taken my liver enzymes from an horrifically high number due to viral activity in my body down to a more normal level within just a couple of weeks. It is made with 13 very specific herbs from around the globe, of course, sourced from the very best sources, put together in a synergistic ratio. We're not just fairy dusting these herbs in there, but these ratios which bring the most optimal results from each one. And our concentrations of each herb are much higher. They're 4-to-1 or 10-to-1 compared to most liver supplements are 1-to-1. And that means that you're getting 10 pounds of an herb packed into 1 pound. So you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. And the reports I'm getting back from you, that from people who have been taking liver supplements from me before, doing the liver cleanses before with other supplements, now to having this, the impact is much better and huge. So accelerated liver care, with what our livers are going through right now, you need to be on accelerated liver care on a daily basis, and then throwing in those liver cleanses at least 3 to 4 to 5 times a year. So the accelerated liver care. And then the cherry on top is the Hiwi Microgen device. I don't go without this. This has over 60,000 different programs. It's portable. You can work out with it. You can work with it. You can sleep with it. It has stress programs, anxiety programs, thyroid programs, weight loss programs. It even has the semaglutide Ozempic frequencies. It has the peptide programs for the C157 peptide, all of the peptides. And it can help with your weight loss, your immune system, go after viruses, bacteria, and it works synergistically with the supplements, and then of course with a cleaner diet. So what else can you do to manage your cortisol? I mentioned the intermittent fasting, using it strategically, not too much. Cut out the sugar, carbs, and processed foods. That's the no-brainer. We know they cause perceived stress to go up. And then focus on that wild animal protein. This is the bison, lamb, elk, venison, wild fish, organic eggs. These are what give you the most nutrients to feed your brain, to feed your body, to help with the weight management, the energy, that ATP inside the cells, the hormones, feed that thyroid what it needs, and it helps your gut not get that leaky gut. That's the easiest way to do it. Prioritize sleep. Everything else I've said today means nothing if you are not getting enough sleep. So make sure you are prioritizing that sleep. Everybody needs at least 7 to 8 hours. And that is a great way to lower cortisol, reset from the daily stress, and help with the brain. Move, exercise, do the walk, do the HIIT training, do the strength training. So important for your brain, for your muscles, for increasing that metabolism, and it helps with your thyroid health. I also love to have gratitude in the morning, journal, read. Those things also are very helpful with your stress. Meditation, prayer, manifestation, those things take time to do them. It's really important and they're very helpful. And imagine this, if you manifest that your thyroid's going to work better and your stress is down, guess what? It actually works. Imagine that. So it's not just about what you put in your mouth and all of the workouts that you're doing. It's about how you're thinking and changing the way you look at life. So we've just started 2025. You have an opportunity to live differently and to change the way that you think. So thanks for listening. I feel like this podcast affects everybody. So please share it and comment below. Let me know if you're on any medication. Is it working for you? How is your stress level? Let me know, and make sure you join that free group coaching. If you are lost in the supplement world, you don't know where to start, just go to the website, get your free supplement protocol for me, sarabantahealth.com, and I'm happy to put it together for you. Join me on social media at Accelerated Health Products and the free group coaching on Telegram. I post insights. You can ask your questions there, listen from other people, and be supported by a like-minded group. You can find this podcast at Accelerated Health with Sara Banta on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, iHeartRadio, and over 100 different platforms. And you can also get 10% off your first order by using coupon podcast10. Remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.